Yo, what is up, you beautiful people? Today we are talking about news on traveler's insurance, the good and the bad. So, let's start with the good. For all you vaxxed up people, this is amazing for you. No more traveler's insurance. As long as you have a vaccine within 14 days, your trip to Costa Rica, you don't need traveler's insurance. Now, if you don't have the vaccine and your trip is next week, sorry, you're kind of beat. You need it, you can get it next time. But you're vaxxed up with the Pfizer, the Moderna, Johnson, or AstraZeneca, you don't need traveler's insurance. That's great. Cheaper for you, so much easier. The last time I went through the airport, it was such a pain in the ass. They put me in another line on the other side of the building. I sat in that line for like a half hour just for the girl to sit down, like just look at it for a second. She was listo. And I was like, that's it? She was like, yeah. And I was just like, and then I had to go back into the line for the immigration. It was an extra 2 hours that I had to do just for a minor problem on my insurance. And there were tons of people in the line with me. So great news for you guys. If you have a vaccine, you don't need traveler's insurance. So that's amazing. Now for the bad news. Bad news is I went this morning on the website to go check out what traveler's insurance costs, because I saw yesterday a post on Facebook, somebody saying that it was costing him over $300 for his traveler's insurance for 3 months. And I was like, nah, that can't be right. I was like, let me check out what's going on here. So I go on TravelInternational.com or whatever that website is. That's what I use. They were always the cheapest, you know, from the beginning. I think I went 6 months ago or something, and it was $44. And then last month I came back into the country and it cost me $150, but I was also like really tired. It was 11 o'clock at night. I had to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning for my flight the next morning. I just wanted to go to bed. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Let me just pay the $150 and just get it over with, because I have to get it. I can't do this later. It's got to be done now. So I just paid the $150, and I thought I'd figure it out later, but I just threw it out of my head. So then when I saw the thing about the $300 insurance, it got me thinking. I was like, oh, hold on. Mine raised up. His is at $300. So let me see what's going on here. So I go to Travers International, and I put in one person, 35 years old, 90-day trip, because that's what we do. We do 3 months, 90 days. And the first alarming thing that popped up was a message that said, max days of coverage exceeded. Coverage of 87 days, 90 days, exceeds policy allowed amount of 60 days. And I was like, that's never happened. Last month I was just on this website. There was no problem with 90 days. So it's a little strange. That's a little strange that now you can only get the cheap policy at 60 days and not 90 days. So the 60 day was $77, which isn't terrible, but 60 days doesn't do me any good. So I did the 90 days, and it was $225 they want for 90 days of insurance. And I tried to change the dates. I tried to change, you know, a little bit of my age. $225. That's what they want for 90 days. That is ridiculous. So then I thought, well, what if I was here with like my girlfriend or my spouse, or like, you know, like a lot of people travel here with their girlfriend and they stay here for a couple years and they do the bouncing back and forth thing. So I did. So I got a quote of 2 people, one person 35, one person 45, kind of average age people would be here. And again, they only gave me the 60 for the cheap, and that cheap was still $177. And the 90 day was $529.94. What in the world? How does that? I don't know. If you guys know of cheaper places, please let me know, because I gotta get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna have to do a border run in, you know, a couple months, maybe. I think 2 months maybe now. So I gotta figure this out, because I'm not getting a vaccine, but I'm not paying $500 to come to the country. So is this their forced vaccine? Is this what they're doing? Is this how they start the forced vaccination? You know? I don't know, man. It's getting a little spooky, getting a little scary. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy nut, you know, because I grew up right outside of New York. We had 9/11. It kind of blew a lot of our minds, and when we realized the people in power are doing a lot more than we thought. So, what is really going on here? Am I going crazy? Is this a conspiracy? Am I just wild nuts and out of my mind? Let me know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Everything I said today could change tomorrow. That's how Costa Rica works. Everything I say, anything that you hear, anything that's on the news, anything that's on the any law they make could literally change tomorrow. Now we have a new strain, so they're saying that all the vaccines that were taken aren't with the new strain, and then that doesn't protect you. So now what? I mean, so now we gotta get 2 different vaccines. Now, are those people that just got immunity from travelers insurance? Are we going back to that travelers insurance? I don't know. So I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you informed. But to me, this is a little weird. It's a little bad. It's bad. It's bad news because I can't keep paying more and more and more money on travelers insurance. Like, it doesn't do anything. I've spent so much money on it already, and I haven't used it once. So, you know, as of all insurance, that's what insurance is, in case shit happens. But I think if you are vaxxed up, why do you care what the rest of the people do? Why do you care what the world does? If you're vaxxed, you're vaxxed. And right now, it's pretty easy to get a vaccine, right? I mean, you could walk into a store and just, you know, walk out with a vaccine. I know you need a couple of them or whatever. I don't really know exactly how it works, but it doesn't seem like it's a hard, like, I don't think people are waiting in line anymore. And I know in Costa Rica, like, they just opened up a whole thing for tourists. If you're here and you're out, you know, you're from outside of the country, you can get a vaccine here now. So they're making it super easy. So if you have the vaccine, why do you care what other people do without the vaccine? It's like, I think in August of 2021, if you get COVID and die, that's your fault. Like, what? Like, who? You know, like, you. There's so many. We've gone through this for almost 2 years now. Like, this is getting to a point where it's like, okay, come on, people. We know what we got to do. You want to get the vaccine? Get the vaccine. That's fine. I'd rather wait. I don't think I need it personally. So, you know, I'm a healthy 35-year-old male. I don't really think I need a vaccine for a thing that I haven't got. Like, I don't feel like anybody's getting around me. I'm kind of social distance from the world. I personally don't think I need it. But if they're gonna charge me $500 to leave the country, yeah, it's like now I'm being forced. It's like a forced vaccine. I don't know. Like I said, everything could change tomorrow, and things usually do. So I'll keep you informed. Good news is, vaxxers, you don't have to worry about it. So your face falls off, you don't have to worry about a damn thing coming to Costa Rica. So, please let me know in the comments if anybody knows anything about cheaper insurance, anything, just any information, anything, please. This is ridiculous. Always something. I wish this shit would end. I know. Go get vaxxed and it all will, I'm sure.